Hello everyone, welcome to another video talking geeky stuff. So, here's another video of my recommendations, and what you know, it's another Netflix show. So yeah, I just finished it last night, Saturday last night, finally. We'll say finally, this, unlike my previous video, which I did of a recommendation of Spriggan, which I've been using in one go. This one took me more time. I mean, I started Monday, finished it on Saturday, so kind of watched 2 episodes per evening after work. But before I go ahead, I like to warn you all, will be spoilers. So 3, 2, 1, you have been warned. Spoiler alert. So this is a Korean K-drama, and let's go back a bit. About a year ago, I did one of my first few videos. I talked about Asian cinema. I did one from Hong Kong / China, Korea, and Japan. In that video, I mentioned that in the last 15 or so years, I believe, in my opinion, that is, Korea has risen. It's become the best country in Asia to produce the best movies. And of course, recently, I won't say recently, probably in the last 10 years as well, probably the best TV shows as well. This is not counting America and so on. But in Asia, they definitely are number one. I mean, the whole countries, everything they've been doing in the last 10, 15 years has like exploded. Not just from their movies and TV shows. The K-pop is worldwide. Just take a look at BTS, the biggest band in the world now. And let's not talk about the electronics. Samsung, LG, all that technology come from there. The car industry is all booming. Right, back to this show. Just before, let me just play the trailer in the background while I talk. So at first, when I first saw this trailer on YouTube, it got my attention because last year, one of my favorite TV shows, be it from whatever country, was Squid Games. I suppose that's probably one of the best shows of last year in general. So I watched that, and that was like blown away by the Squid Games, of course. And then watching this trailer, I saw everybody in their kind of red jumpsuits and the mask. I thought, are they capitalizing on the Squid Game fame? And then I didn't realize this was actually a remake of Money Heist back in 2017 of the same name. Spanish is a Spanish one, and they had a red jumpsuit, so it was just that. I haven't seen the original one, so I can't tell you how much of a remake it is. Anyway, and then of course there's another reason why this got my attention as well. Not just the fact that I was into K-drama as well. Was one of the actors, Park Hee-soo, who plays Berlin. He was in Squid Games. And one of my favorite characters in Squid Games, because I still argue with my friends and saying that I don't think he was a villain. I don't think he was a bad guy, because anybody in his situation would kind of do what he did, right? Well, that's another discussion for another video, right? But I still don't think he was a villain. Anyway, so watched it for him, and I was just on a roll of watching stuff. So decided to watch this. Started on Monday. And yeah, finished it on Saturday, so 2 episodes a night. Let's start talking about the movie itself. So the movie is set about 3 or 4 years in the near future, this 2025, 2026, where North Korea and South Korea finally stop the war. It's not, I mean, if you think about it, they're still technically at war. It's just a ceasefire, one of the longest ceasefires ever. So they finally stopped the war, and they kind of like trying to unify the country. And just like in real life, for two countries that's been at war for so long, for unification, it would take a lot of time, effort, money, politically, socially, everything has to kind of be sound. So they come up with this idea where this area, big area, where they kind of do trials. It's in between North and South. So they have shops, houses, like an economy, where they will place kind of like the North people, so they get used to the kind of new life, away from the old life. And of course, in that area, there's this place called the Mint, where they print money. It's an exclusive money for this area only, I think. And then and this mint is kind of designed like a palace, like a classic Korean kind of palace. And it starts off like the main actress, Jiun Jung. Sorry, I'm terrible at pronouncing names. You see her with a little. It starts off pretty funny because she was listening to DNA by BTS, which is quite fun. And and not surprisingly, if real life, if you were listening to BTS in North Korea, would probably be a capital punishment. So anyway, you see her training in the army just to show off how she can handle guns and weapons. It kind of sets up for what she does later on. And then she then of course this whole unification. She jumped at the chance to get to South Korea, and then she realized this country is not as good as they say it is, because wherever there's money at, there's always people who tries to take advantage of people. So anyway, she gets out of there. She's about to take her own life, and then someone comes up named Professor, played by another butcher, Ju Ji. I remember when I first saw him, I said, "Where have I seen that actor from? Where have I seen him?" Then I realized he was from Old Boy. Back in 2003, he played Old Boy, the villain in Old Boy. And if you haven't seen Old Boy, I recommend that. I highly recommend that film. That was one of the big films that really put Korean movies on the map, especially in the West. He got nominated for so many movies. He won a lot of movies from won a lot of awards as well back then. It was such a great film, so definitely check that out. And then he starts recruiting her, and he recruits a whole bunch of her team to this money heist. And what I like about some of the parts is like they kind of go back and forth, where they will do something and then do a little flashback where they have like a team meeting, and they will tell you how this is how the plan started and so on. You get, I think there was 7, 8 of them, all employed by the professor, and all given instead of calling them by their real names, of course, they pick like a city name. So you got things like Tokyo, Berlin, Rio, Denver, and so on. Talking about Denver, played by Kim Ji-hoon. Again, apologies for butchering his name. He's actually one of my favorite characters, Denver. Long hair, pretty cool looking. I love it because he has a romantic story inside. It's not your traditional romantic story, so it's actually pretty fun. And I like his character, where he's kind of like a bit dumb but stupid, but it's got a nice heart. And another character I really like, my friends hated him, but that's the whole point. He was played by Park Myung-hoon, but the guy who plays the director of the mint. He was having an affair with one of the workers, and during the whole film or the whole series, he's kind of on their side and then not on their side, causing friction between the whole team, and then causing friction with the hostages and so on. He's annoying, and you just want to kill him. My friends were saying, why don't these people just put a bullet in his head? And I like it. I like his characters. His character's meant to be like that. And of course, the professor's main plan was to have the public, the media, on their side, and they said they're not going to kill anyone about this. So to be honest with you, this is 6 episodes, and it ends with a cliffhanger. And each episode is about an hour long, give or take. And you don't really know the real motives behind the heist. I mean, they're going after something like $4 trillion. No, sorry, not $4 trillion. 4 trillion won. What is that in English? It's like 40 billion or something like that. And the place mint is not like it's a bank desk where they print all the money. So they print all these new money, these new bills that works in this area. But there's a political, social motive behind it, so you kind of get it, but it doesn't really say it's this. This is not really an action-packed TV drama. It's more of a cat and mouse. I mean, the only action is the first episode where there's a bit of a shoot-off with the police and the team. Apart from that, there's really no action, really. It's just a cat and mouse and narrow escapes, all these things. And the hostage are trying to plan things out, and then the tension between the hostage and the hostage makers themselves. There's like a hierarchy who's going to take over control. Pretty standard stuff, really, but they've done it really good. I mean, the actors, I think they all played the role really good. It really shows that, some of the amateur, they're not, they're not professionals, and how they trial and error and so on. So definitely, look. So it ends with a cliffhanger. So I'm really looking forward to the second season. I don't think they have announced it yet. Hope to do. And as far as I know, I think they will, because it's charting pretty high on the Netflix show. Anyway, again, I recommend it. There's a few problems, of course. Some of the choice decisions they make. But then again, I was talking to a friend of mine. I'm saying, well, I've never been in a hostage situation, so I couldn't tell you what kind of decisions I would make. People so easy to question the behaviors of someone in a movie when you think about it. If you're in that situation, how would you react? People's mind go crazy and so on. So definitely check it out. I love the characters. The main character is Jun Jong Siu. Oh my god, I need to learn how to pronounce names. Who plays Tokyo? She is the main character, I think, and I think she plays a really good role. She kind of plays like the middle ground. I like that character as well. But my main character I do like is Berlin. I like his kind of sinister character because oh yeah, one more thing as well. Like every episode, it starts off with like a 3-minute, 5-minute flashback of each character and how they got there and why they're like this. I like the way that each episode does that really well. Anyway, please watch this. I think it's a great show. Anyway, I'd like to say thank you for watching again, and please subscribe if you haven't for more talking geeky stuff. Until next time, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are in the world. And please stay safe. Goodbye.